to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Blue Devils have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Groupers offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just
breaks into the open. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Groupers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Duke Blue Devils offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly talented. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Duke! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll field the punt and look for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Finds his man. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Blue Devils are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
From the gun, the running back has it. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. Got room to work. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Goes to the option. Quick toss. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Groupers will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab on the left.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And some room to work. He has the first and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the handoff. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The groupers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Off play action on 1st down. With the catch, it's Brown. Spins away from Watt. Flying down the right side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Buffalo. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The groupers send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Off the play fake on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch, it's Brown. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll run the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the groupers decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The inside handoff. Breaks the tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Sets up the screen. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback on the keeper. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Looking downfield on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
The Groupers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 15 to Wyoming. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the groupers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Under fire. On the move and looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The groupers will punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The run from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. On the run, it's Castle. Picks up the 1st down. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick catch on 3rd down. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got his man. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll operate out of split backs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Craig. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Getting that push. They pick up her 4 out to the 26. And the groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Blue Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to...
Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. The give from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They boot it away. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Coming out with it, it's Jeffrey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He'll ride his man on the option. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The groupers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the...
There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
And the groupers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Rides the back on the option, the give. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. He'll do it himself. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The option look. Now the toss. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Complete to start this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown, too. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Boise State sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Boise. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. On the read, running to the left. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They'll send the back in motion. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down coming up.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the groupers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. They'll move the chains, good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The offense lining up for a first down play. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one deep. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. To the ground with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pulls it, fired complete. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Bunch formation for these receivers. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.